Hello gamers, long time no see. It's been a while, I've been really busy. As some of you might know, I'm working on a game and that's going to early access like 15th, 16th next month, so I am busy making music, busy programming, busy managing my team, so yeah, that's why there's been a lack of uploads. Hopefully I'll have more time to make videos because I have a couple of things planned. I want to make a video on the Thai Kraken, a comparison between the Thai Kraken and the actual Kraken, a video on the kite when I get here, some other like Balisong skill toy related topics. But anyways, today, Refault. Yeah. Okay, to preface, I paid not full price for this. I got a discount. I will explain why later on. But yeah, let's talk about the Refault. So, for those of you who aren't already aware, I'm sure most of you already are aware, this is the Refault by Thomas Balisong. I can't talk. Yeah, so this thing comes in at around, I believe, 70-80 bucks, around the same as the default, which is just basically a reboot of. And yeah, it provides a pretty freaking good value. There's not much to say here. So let's go through the unboxing experience. Now, I would say that Thomas Balisong has generally a really good unboxing experience. So it comes in this nice sturdy box. The card, of course, as usual with all his Balisongs. Same happened with the Astra and the Baikal. This pouch, same as the Baikal. Hardware, a bit, and these things. These are weights. So if I'm not wrong, the Refault has an adjustable weight system with steel and titanium weights, which, considering the price point of this thing, is really incredible. I believe the only other thing I have that's like close to that price range is the Extrusion, which also has adjustable weights, but it is nowhere near as modular as the Refault, and you know, generally just not as good as the Refault. The Extrusion is great, but the Refault does outclass it in several ways, which I'll get to. Comes with this little cleaning cloth, of course, and then this is where the Balisong sits. So, unboxing, really good, as per usual. Now, flipping wise, it is great, there's not much to say. Sound wise, what is that not like? This is great, dude. For like, so obviously you expect like more of a clacky sound from G10 bellies, but this is next level. I'm telling you, this is great. The G10 feels pretty good. I don't have a lot of frames or references, but compared to the Armshark Rat clone, which is pretty good, I do believe this G10 feels quite a bit better. A bit, I would say, less chalky. Still not like amazing or anything, but it is quite comfortable. Obviously pretty grippy. The jimping on this belly actually goes into the scales, which is great, unlike the Nautilus, or the V1 Nautilus, I guess. But yeah, so this thing is great. Specs are great. Oh yeah, it's 70-75 for like 80 bucks. Great. So now let's get to something a little bit more iffy. It's not to do with sound, tuning, flipping, whatever. So this is something that I really want to bring up because it was also an issue with my Baikal. Let me get it real quick. So, when it comes... Okay, I just dropped my fight stick. When it comes to Thomas's Balisongs, I find them to generally be really nice. I love them all. I have the Astra, my favorite. I have the Baikal, and I have the Refault. So, why am I bringing this up? Well, the Astra is amazing. I've never had any issues with it, and I better not because this was 395 bucks. So that was great. But the Baikal was, and still is, an amazing Balisong. I think it is worth the price even for what I'm about to say. This thing is great, but it came with cosmetic blemishes. So it does have, it's probably hard to pick up here, but I did send a few photos to Thomas. I didn't expect like any, how do I say this? Any reimbursement, right? It's just, in my opinion, this is fine, just a little bit annoying. But there are some spots where there are scratches on the blade. So the PVD coating has come off in some places, and the silver underneath is showing through. And when I unboxed my default, I realized, same thing, there is a silver spot here where the PVDs come off, and there is a scratch along here. That sucks. Oh yeah, and there's also like this anodization inconsistency. There's like a streak running through here as well. So I think that's alright. Doesn't exactly affect my opinion on this Balisong. I still think it's amazing. I still think Thomas's entire brand, all his designs are great. But I think we can all agree that it would be nice if he added a sort of disclaimer to say that these things can come with blemishes. So I believe Jimpy does the same thing on his website, where for his products he will say that there's no promises that they will be perfect and that he will list out the blemishes for you. So since I've gotten 3 Balisongs from Thomas Balisong, and only 1 has come without blemishes, I do think it might be warranted to state that these things can come with blemishes. So yeah, that's my little rant aside. I would like to know what you guys think about what would be an acceptable amount of cosmetic blemishes on a Balisong that is of this price. So I guess for this price range it's not as important, but for something closer to the Baikal, like 150 bucks, please tell me whether you think cosmetic blemishes are acceptable. I think it's fine, whatever, but it would be nice if there's a warning about it. Anyways, back to the Refault. This thing performs really well. I personally got the Tanto version, and I still think it's just a tad bit handle biased. I might have to play with the weights, but I've just been a bit too busy and frankly a bit too lazy. So, this thing is just a tad bit handle biased. It is neutral enough to be like pretty nimble with most tricks you throw at it. So your rollovers, your fans, it's got great jimping for letters. It is pretty nimble for more tacky stuff if you're into that. Evidently, I am not. But flipping wise, pretty great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times like I need to repeat this stuff, but yeah, these bellies are great. If I were to just keep talking about flipping, I'll just be saying the same thing for like 50 times to the end of the video. So yeah, I'll just end the flipping part there. It's great, sounds great. There's frankly not much else for me to say. This thing is amazing. If you have the money to spend, and frankly, if you're buying like stuff that's more expensive, like the Astra, Superfly, whatever, you probably have enough of this. So if you want a nice little beater, this is great. If you want something more handle biased, go for Bowie. If you want something a bit more neutral, try the Tanto. And I think that basically covers it for now. There's really not much for me to say here. Great Balisong. I wish there was some disclaimer for blemishes. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully for a Thai Kraken video or a kite video. But yeah, that's it. Bye bye.